Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews. Such a why rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, a lot of people have been noticing the price hikes at Target and Walmart, along with Ross and DD's, TJ Maxx and Marshalls, man, Ollie's. Dude, a lot of people are saying because of those prices going up, even at GameStop, the prices went up. People talking about, hey man, I'm gonna bow out right now for a while. I'm gonna see what's happening because you're thinking Ross and DD's don't have shit to really do with tariffs. They're a liquidation store. You trying to figure out why they're raising the prices on some of their most popular items. Not the stuff you never heard of, but the popular stuff like Mario, Sonic, um, just Dragon Ball Z and some of other stuff, the anime statues. A lot of that stuff is going up in price. And a lot of people are like, man, this supposed to have been a relief place. This supposed to have been a place where you could go to find low prices. Now it's not. And a lot of people are feeling the crunch. They're like, man, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this right now. I was saving money at one point and I'm not saving anything right now. And if you're not saving anything, it makes you really, really want to stop. It's not like like that's all you do is talk about quitting. No, I'm not talking about quitting. I'm talking about what people are actually talking to me about. Man, those prices are not a joke, bro. You ever been to the GameStops in Chicago? Have you been to the Targets in Chicago? Have you been to the Walmarts in Chicago? When I tell you prices went up, they went up. Even at the Rosses, bro. And I've been noticing a few things, man. And, like I said, I work with what I got. I work with what I can get within my budget. If it ain't in my budget, bro, I leave it where it's at. I learned I don't really need it. I just want it. If it's a piece that I really need, I spend the money. But guess what? Even that's starting to make me feel like, yeah, I don't know anymore about all this. And this is the way you're supposed to feel. You're supposed to feel like you got a whole thought process happening here. You thinking about everything. Those price hikes ain't a joke. Some of these supposed to be for tariffs, man, and you trying to figure out to yourself, have the tariffs even kicked in yet? We're sitting here thinking these stores are just raising the prices because they can. Hey, they don't give a damn about us. Shouldn't give a damn about them. This is why I was talking about boycotting. Using your wallet. Talk with your wallet. You don't have to get out there and pick it and all of that stuff. You know what? That probably wouldn't come off right. Use your wallet. Just pick your wallet up and put it back in your damn pocket. Be like, yeah, I'm good. If the prices is not what you are willing to pay, leave your wallet in your pocket. But if it's something that you feel you could spend on, then do it. Like I said, speak with your wallet. These prices, man, got people quitting. And you know what? Shit, they ain't wrong. Your check didn't go up. Not that I know of. My check didn't go up. Not that I knew of. So, or know of. Shit, you looking at it just like this. All of this makes sense. It's not like you sitting here trying to say that this year haven't been a roll of the dice so far. It's like people rolling dice. Oh, craps. Oh, yeah, it's going to be 90 degrees today. Craps. 60 degrees. Craps. 20 degrees. You're like, damn, what is going on here? The weather in Chicago, you got 4 seasons in one damn day. How do you dress for that? You go outside in the morning, it's 40 degrees. By afternoon, it's like 70. Damn, it's like 90 in the middle. Then all of a sudden, it go right back down to 20 at the almost at the end of the day. You like, what is going on? Fam, you are allowed to be human. You are allowed to be angry. You are allowed to be upset at price hikes. You are. You're only human. You're allowed to be just pissed because they don't seem to understand that a lot of people are working with a budget. Anything outside that budget, man, like I said, I'm not about to buy $30 damn toys. Think about it. 30, 60, 90, 120. It used to be like damn near 5 toys for $100. Now it's 4 for 100. I'm saying, I'm not including taxes or anything like that, but when you start going into it and start thinking about it, you start looking at all the prices. I understand stuff can't stay the same forever. And someone brought that to my attention. They said, hey, these people, we want them to create better toys, better games, and things like that. But hell, you want us to buy this stuff, right? You got to give us more money. You got to do this. You got to do that. But we're not getting any of that. Hell, we do better jobs, we do better this, but we're not getting more money. How's that fair? There's an argument for both sides. I can see the point for paying people more, and I can see the point of not paying people more. You know what? Did we have a better economy in the 80s, the 90s, or the 2000s? I don't know. I believe everything was based off of what you made. You know, 80s wasn't as great as people thought it was. People didn't have, like money like they think. Oh, people were making $10 an hour, for minimum wage in the 80s. You like, shit, in what country was they doing that at? If I could have went there. Not in the 80s years, your minimum wage was like $2.35. And man, a lot of jobs were just paying minimum wage. They wasn't going any further because there was a lot of jobs, but you need more than one or two. I'm looking at it this way, man. Collecting is about having fun, living your life, enjoying the good and the bad. Sometimes when it's not nothing for you to buy, just enjoy what you got. Just sit back and enjoy what you got. Now, I understand you say, hey, Unc, why you don't do that? I do that. This is a complaining channel. I get here and I complain. I rant. People are here for it. A lot of people on this channel don't even collect video games or toys or any damn thing. They just want to hear rant, and I understand that. Man, I look at it just like this, man. If the prices ain't where you want them to be, it's okay to leave it on the shelf. If it's something that you think you would never see again, like I told you, I know I show this a lot. I thought I wouldn't see this figure again. I see this damn figure no matter where I go, and I'm like, man, you playing with me, right? You mean I could have just held out for a while? But, it was worth picking up. It started the momentum at that time of me finding other stuff. So that was a good thing in itself. So I want you to think of that, man. These price hikes, man, they're good and bad. They make people reevaluate what they're buying. You got, say for instance, give me 1 second. Let me just find it. Say for instance, you got Blanca, and you say, man, I really want to buy Blanca. But the price on Blanca ain't what you willing to spend. You say, hey, Unc, you think I find this figure again? I'll be honest with you. I say, no, not in the store. If you find it in the store, pick it up. Just offset something else. That's how I look at collecting, man. I set a budget. If I overexceed my budget this week, I may not buy anything next week. So that means like I'm still on the same playing field, man, but I'm learning to spend my money more wisely. And that's a damn good thing. I'm more conscious of what I'm spending now instead of just spending. I was just spending my ass off. And like I said, that's not a good thing. With the way how everything is working out this year so far, yeah, I need to rein that shit back in. And, that's what I've been doing, man. And I've been appreciating everybody donating to the channel, and it's really helping. And I just want to say thank you as many times as I need to say thank you. And I look at it just like this, man. When I go out and I don't find anything, I get upset for a while. Then after a while, I'll be like, I tried. With these prices, I seen some Mario stuff this weekend that I wanted to pick up, but not for the price they had it for. They had it $12.99. They had some Simpsons stuff there, but the prices wasn't what they supposed to be. For some other people videos earlier, prices supposed to have been $8.99. They wanted like $12, and I'm like, no, ain't that like around the same price they are in stores? Like, dude, in regular stores, I'm sitting here thinking like, why should I even buy this? So that's my whole thought process right now. I don't want to spend too much money. Now, don't get me wrong. I do spend money, but I don't want to spend too much. That's just realistic right there to me. Nobody want to break the bank. Nobody want to go overboard buying stuff, man. You want to still be able to, to have in your budget to be like, maybe I could pick up another toy, like I still got money left over to buy this or buy that. I'm talking about within your toy budget that you got set up. Your toy budget could be $50 damn. It could be 25, it could be 30, it could be 10, it could be whatever you got it set up as. And you know how to spend accordingly. We know how to shop accordingly, man. That's what I be doing. I shop within my budget, not somebody else's, because I don't get nobody else's check. I only shop for what I could afford out of my own check. After everything else is, minused out, and this is put over here, that's put over there. Yeah, because you still got to buy yourself something. And I always want you to think about that. You work hard. You work 40 hours a week, or some people work 60, and all you doing is paying bills. Shit, after a while you'll burn out. You be like, look, I'm done with that. I ain't paying another damn bill. That's the way you feel. I'm not saying that's what you're gonna do, but you feel like that sometimes. And it's okay to go out and spoil yourself sometimes and buy you a $25 action figure, or a $10 action figure, $5.99 action figure. Hell, let's just keep it real, man. Sometimes when you find just one piece, you feeling even better, man. You know, it don't need to be something just gigantic. It just could be something that you like, man, I am happy to find something, man. I didn't think I'd find anything. But to later, fam, thank you for watching. Peace out.